Hello, gorgeous soul. Are you ready for an extreme planetary grand finale? Yes, it's the final season of Neptune in Pisces. All the weird, magical, strange, and absolutely bonkers stuff that's happened in the past 11 years is here, and it's going to be peak. It's going to be more. It's coming to a conclusion that ends in January 2026. On top of that, we've got Pluto direct, a Grand Air Trine, a kite, and a mystic rectangle. What does it mean? Absolute clarity and transformation. Here's your monthly astrology. Cancer. How are you doing, my sweet? You've had quite the journey. Everything going on in your life at the moment, thanks to Jupiter being in your sign, feels bigger, feels more extreme. Your emotions, your adventures. Potentially, you might feel like your problems are bigger, but Jupiter is going to help you through. Got to trust that process. At the beginning of the month, though, there may be something going on with you family-wise, as you've got Mercury, the planet of communication, in your home and family zone, and it's square Jupiter, the planet of good fortune, in your sign. So there's a push me, pull me sensation going on where you kind of know what you need to do, but you may feel as if there's some resistance. On top of that, Mercury in your home and family zone is opposing Chiron, the wounded healer, which is in your position of responsibility. Maybe work, maybe everything feels like hard work. It doesn't feel free-flowing for you, but underneath the surface of that, there is a great healing coming to you around how you see yourself in the world, your reputation, and how you navigate family and your home. But I would bet my bottom dollar that there's something going on with home and family at the moment, and there's big discussions going on. But you got to trust that Jupiter's going to help you out in the end. And I think that this month is going to be a big turning point for you. And you're finding your joy again. Okay, we all have to go through Venus opposing the North Node in Pisces. But Venus is showing us what is real love and what is responsibility. What is real love and what is what we feel love should be, or what we do for love. And the North Node is our destiny, where we should be going. And where we should be going is to stretch our view of love, is to allow ourselves to have adventure and to just go to the next horizon when it comes to love. Now, in good news, Mercury, the planet of communication, is moving out of that home and family zone. I mean, maybe you negotiated some good stuff with home and family before the 6th of October, but it's going into your pleasure and creativity zone. Yeah, baby. That is obviously very good news. And it just makes you feel a lot more optimistic and have a lot more joy, fun, frolics, and the ability to channel your creativity. The full moon in Aries brings everything to a head for you when it comes to your reputation, your career. If you're not working, if you're retired, or, you're not working for any reason, it's about where you want to put your energy into life, how you see your future and who you are in the world. So that full supermoon can trigger some very intense emotions, particularly as Mercury is square Pluto. But for you, I think it's going to make you come into your power, stand your ground, and know who you are. Pluto's helping you, in a way, or forcing you to stand in your power. And it's about life, death, rebirth, sex, obsession, money. Any of those areas can be triggered by this full moon. Now, Venus is shifting signs, going into your home and family zone, but it's good news because it's bringing love, it's bringing abundance, it's bringing a soothing energy to that area. And then we have Pluto going direct. A lot of intense stuff been going on for you since Pluto's entered Aquarius. I know it's slow moving, I know it's generational, but you know what? I've seen it around me. We have a lot of people going through, looking at the meaning of life, and that's what you're feeling. But there is a move forward. You've been taken to the past with Pluto retrograde, and now you're thinking about changes in your future. With Venus trine Uranus on the 14th, by the way, the 14th is write it in your diary immediately, because on the 14th we have Venus trine Uranus, Venus trine Pluto, a Grand Air Trine, a kite, a mystic rectangle. And Everything is kicking off on that day. We're getting revelations, we're getting conversations, we're seeing the world in a whole new way. We did have one last month as well, but this month is full on. There are messages, there are answers, there are truths. There's exploring our identity, but not from an emotional or vulnerable point of view, but from, thinking about things and coming up with solutions that aren't based on vulnerability. So I think you'll find that very useful. We're all going to find something huge happening around that time. And actually look at the sort of it. We've had information coming out recently that was hidden, and I'm going to see more of that next month. Now, the new moon in Libra, obviously you're very affected by the moons. It's in your home and family zone, but it's a new beginning. But you've got to shed those patterns when it comes to home and family. You've got to let go, because the new moon is saying, this is it, baby. We're moving on to the next level, to the next vibrational level of our experience with home and family. And it's square Jupiter, obviously in your sign. But what have I said? Jupiter always brings something pleasant to the party. You might have to fight to let go and fight to be seen in a new way, but you're going to do it. It's yours. This is a new cycle, and one where you will feel free. Now, Neptune is re-entering Pisces, and this is big because it's the end. It's the final time in our lifetime. And it's going to bring a gift. You might find you go on a journey, you travel somewhere unexpectedly. You might find you end up studying something and really enjoying it, and it feels like your sole purpose. The sun is then entering Scorpio, uplifting you, giving you confidence and joy. And finally, Jupiter is square Chiron. A little bit of work to do at the end of the month, around the 23rd, which is about, well, actually, that's not quite the end of the month, which is about you looking at that family and reputation stuff. Then we have which is really important, we have Mercury trine Jupiter. Excellent news, things are resolved. Mercury trine Saturn, you're making fresh commitments, but whatever these commitments you're making, they leave you freer. And then we have the Grand Water trine, which as a water sign is very big for you. Mars in Scorpio, trine Saturn in Pisces, trine Jupiter in Cancer, trine Mars in Scorpio. Wow. You're making a commitment to yourself. Something joyful is coming your way, thank goodness. It's time to truly express yourself. And you know what? It's not all fatalistic. I mean, if at all, when we know what tune the planets are playing, we can take that energy and make it work for us. Arrange, if you can, to do something fabulous on October the 28th that really uplifts you, and the universe will double your joy. Mercury is trine Neptune. You're tuning into your psychic ability. You're tuning into what's right for you. Then when Mercury enters Sagittarius, you're starting to think about what practical changes you can make to free yourself. Be very kind to yourself, please, at the end of the month. I want you to be sweet and kind and loving to yourself. Super important. What a month, darling. But you got this, and you're going to feel a positive shift. Let me know what happens after this month, or in the middle of this month, or when one of these things happens. Love your comments. Like, share, all the things, if you can. Take care, gorgeous, and I'll speak to you soon. So why do we at Michele Knight give you a 5-minute, no questions asked guarantee? Well, our psychics are some of the very best in the world. They are handpicked. They have 5 rigorous test readings, the final one with me, and I require very detailed information, things they couldn't possibly know just by looking at Google or social media. We want you to be totally blown away by your reading, to feel that you've chosen a psychic who you can bond with, who gets you and gives you such specific information you feel completely reassured. If this doesn't happen within the first 5 minutes, don't be shy, just put down the phone and your minutes will be topped up or refunded. Your reading should be uplifting, full of clarity and advice, and leave you empowered to make the right decisions for you. We want Michele Knight to be your spiritual home.